Well, President Trump ignores the impending impeachment vote and lays out a roadmap for a victory in the November election during his State of the Union address. One America's John Hines spoke to several lawmakers about his speech and has reaction.
The State of the Union message was one of the longest in recent memory, but it was surely a night to remember for conservatives on Capitol Hill, excited that the president came to the House chamber confident of his record and ready to talk about what he called the great American comeback. Take a look.
The president's got such a great story to tell. When you look at all of the great things that are happening in the country, last week we had a signing for the USMCA trade agreement. So we're going to create more jobs and our farmers are going to be more competitive. So many industries will be able to sell goods into Canada and Mexico. President Trump continues to work to rebuild our military, killing terrorists, keeping our country safe while growing and strengthening our economy. I mean, it's a great message. And here in the Capitol, you can feel a very upbeat vibe, surely on our side.
Quite frankly, this was the speech I was hoping he'd give, full of optimism, forward-looking, recounting his accomplishments, and actually, in many ways, very inclusive.
Was it Reagan-esque, would you say?
It was Reagan-esque. I mean, just think what you did. You brought in the legitimate president of Venezuela. You reunite a family of a soldier with his family. You bring a student in who wants to join the Space Force, and they say, oh, by the way, guess who we have with us? A Tuskegee airman who is his grandfather. I mean, this was remarkable, and I think it disarmed and actually discombobulated the opposition that you otherwise might have seen in there.
Talked a lot about the economy and how under his watch the economy has really improved. People have gotten more jobs, wages have rose. And so a lot of really positive things that affect everyone, quite frankly. And then when he talked about how he wants to improve education for everyone, that's really important because our students are falling behind in the world economy, and I'm a big proponent of school choice. I believe that parents should be able to choose the best education for their child, so I was really happy about that.
For a lot of people in Middle America, the trade relationships that we have with Canada and Mexico are the most significant. And so to have America be placed first in our negotiations with those countries, reflected in the USMCA, we think we're going to see tremendous growth in those areas that frankly have been forgotten by a lot of coastal elite politicians in both parties, and President Trump gave those folks a voice.
Energy development, improving broadband expansion, lowering the cost of health care, lowering the cost of prescription drugs, restoring the belief in the American dream for millions of Americans. We're stronger, we're more secure. The economy is soaring. Look at the wealth that's being created. What is there not to like about what the president had to say?
He did a wonderful job of outlining the benefits to all Americans that the economic boom is having. I really thought he did a great job, and it's his last State of the Union address before the November election, and I think he really set out what the tone for that election is going to be, and you could see the reaction from the Democrats. They were frustrated. Nancy Pelosi ripped up the speech, which was an absolutely classless move, and I think that other Democrats just realized they went down this impeachment path against a man who stood up to them, and they made a serious mistake.
John Hines, One America News, Capitol Hill.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.